Good day to our viewers around the world. I'm Grace Calasan.
And I'm Michelle Habonil. Today we dedicate our podcast to developing story that is reshaping the social and economic fabric of the United States. Nearly 1 year to Donald Trump's second term, the campaign promise of mass deportation has evolved from a slogan into a complex and often quiet bureaucratic machine.
That's right, Trump. We have spent the week analyzing reports from major U.S. outlets and non-profit watchdogs. What we're seeing is not just a crackdown at the border, but a systemic overhaul of daily life inside the country. We begin with breaking numbers released just this week. According to a report from NBC News, data obtained by the University of California Berkeley Deportation Data Project, it reveals a startling reality. In the first 9 months of his administration, from inauguration to mid-October, ICE has arrested roughly 220,000 imports. But here's the critical detail. Despite the administration's repeated claims that they are targeting the worst of the worst criminals, the data contradicts that narrative. The report shows that nearly 75,000 of those arrested, about 1/3 have absolutely no criminal records. Another third had only pending charges, meaning they had not been convicted of any crime. This data paints a picture of a wide net being cast, catching fathers, mothers, and workers rather than just the hardened criminals that were promised.
So how is this happening? It's not always through dramatic televised raids. The Texas Tribune and the American Immigration Council describe a quiet mobilization. They call it the new Mass Deportation Playbook.
This playbook relies heavily on local infrastructure. The administration is using county jails and local police to funnel people into the deportation pipeline. The American Immigration Council highlights a tactic now being called Kavanaugh stop.
Named after a Supreme Court ruling, this allows agents to conduct stops based on suspicion that often leans on racial profiling. We're seeing reports of agents sweeping through everyday locations, grocery store parking lots, hardware stores, turning mundane errands into high-risk activities for immigrant communities.
The changes are institutional as well. An investigation by NPR details how the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, the agency traditionally responsible for granting green cards and citizenship, is being remade.
NPR reports that the agency is freezing the hiring of asylum officers and instead recruiting staff with law enforcement backgrounds to aid in deportations. The Migration Policy Institute noted that in the first 100 days alone, executive actions were issued at a pace 6 times faster than in Trump's first term.
And the human cost is beginning to ripple through the economy. A devastating report from PBS News this week highlights an unexpected victim of these policies.
The childcare workforce in the U.S. is heavily reliant on immigrant labor. PBS reports that even workers with legal status are leaving the field in droves due to anxiety over these Kavanaugh stops and potential encounters with ICE.
The result? A shortage of care that is forcing American parents, citizens, to cut back their work hours or leave their jobs entirely to look after their children. It is a domestic crisis fueled entirely by immigration enforcement.
To wrap up, we wanted to add some context regarding the legal pushback. We are tracking the Temporary Immigration Judge Integrity Act, legislation introduced by U.S. senators attempting to stop the appointment of inexperienced deportation judges aimed at speeding up these removals.
But for now, the machinery remains in motion, from the data showing 75,000 non-criminal arrests to the quiet emptiness of child care centers. The United States is ending 2025 a very different nation than it started.
For Global World News, I'm Michelle Habonilio.
And I'm Grace Calasan. Thank you for watching.